What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fabulous Football Channel. My name is Romo, and welcome to Season 2 of the Master League Story Mode. If you are thinking about what happened to Season 1 of the Master League Story Mode, why that was never finished, well, just had a lot of things come up and just wasn't really able to finish that Master League out. In terms of producing videos like I would have liked to, just a lot of personal issues came up. So we're going to try this again. But if you didn't see Master League Story Mode, you didn't really miss anything because there weren't really that many people watching the video. So we're going to give this another try, and hopefully we'll have a better outcome in this season. So if you cannot tell by the backdrop there, this story mode is going to focus on the one and the only Luis Enrique, former Barcelona coach that has decided to take the year off from managing football to just spend some time with his family. But maybe there might be some things that are transpiring right now as we speak, or I should say after his final game with Barcelona. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this Master League Story Mode. All right, so as you can see there, Luis Enrique is right now simply just enjoying his time away from football, spending time with his family, doing the things that he just couldn't do managing such a high-profile club like Barcelona. He is traveled to Isba, I think it's pronounced, with his family and spending some time there. And he, even though he retired, he's still an avid athlete. As you can see there, he's got the six-pack going on, wearing the bicycle racing kit there. So he is very active in terms of just not being a manager anymore, but still, being active. And as you can see there, spending a little bit of time with his family, his beautiful family, his wife and two daughters and son. But little did Luis Enrique know that there are things transpiring right now that will probably cause him to come out of his sabbatical. One of those things is at Arsenal. This is no surprise. The fans want Wenger out. They are tired of his lack of trophies at Arsenal. I think other than the FA Cup, 3 FA Cup wins, they haven't won any other major trophies. No Champions League or Europa League, no Premier League titles. So the fans have simply just had enough, and Arsene Wenger is thinking, well, I haven't had enough. I think I could be here for another 4 more years, and that's a scary prospect for the fans there. They are dissatisfied with his gone. And across the ocean there, well, not necessarily the ocean, but Gary Neville, that mistake happened in Valencia, where they brought, this, he was an assistant coach at Manchester United. They brought him in. He lasted, I think, about 16 matches or so before he got sacked. And pretty much since that experiment, Valencia hasn't really been up to scratch. So they're in the market for a new manager as well. And then you have lowly Girona FC. They have been recently purchased by the City Group. And if you're not familiar, that is the group that owns Manchester City FC here in America, a team in Australia, as well as a couple of teams in China as well. So the Girona FC fans are super stoked that they've been purchased by City Group, and the possibility of Luis Enrique coming to their club is even more delightful for them. So they're hoping that he will make a decision. Obviously, Girona FC would be a huge undertaking for Luis Enrique. So these clubs are all trying to figure out how they can get him out of his sabbatical. So they're on the phones, they're scrambling. They're trying to find a way to get Luis Enrique to say yes to their club. So they get on the phone and they contact his agent, and they're like, hey, we want Luis. What is it going to take to get him? And he tells them, well, send me a package and I'll get in touch with Luis and I'll see, if he's interested in managing any of your clubs. But he's very much committed to his sabbatical. So his agent gets on the phone, texts Luis, hey, what's going on? How's your vacation going? Listen, I got some offers from some teams. They want you to come back. Give me a call. I'll send over the offers. Let me know what you think in terms of any of these decisions. Do any of these clubs intrigue you? So he sends over the file to Luis, and here are the offers that he has so far from the clubs. So first of all, Valencia is asking him to come and manage your team. As you can see there, they have a transfer budget of about 32 million euros and a wage budget of 6.7 million euros, and they're offering him about 12.5 million a season. Incentives is that, to really get him to come out of his sabbatical, they're offering him a percentage of the ownership stake in Valencia. They can offer European football, and their club goals right now for him is simply just to win the Copa del Rey in his first season, within 3 seasons in La Liga, to win the Champions League, and also each season that he's there, they want him to defeat Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, each of those clubs at least one time each season. Whereas Arsenal is offering a 15.8 million pound salary. They have a 57.9 million pound transfer budget, 22 million in wage budget. So Arsenal would make the most sense for Luis. He could go in there and make an impact right away, and the fans are kind of really itching for him to get in there and do something. So they can also offer European football. He gets a bonus for qualifying for the Champions League and winning the Premier League as well as part of his compensation package. The club goals are simply to win the FA Cup in the first season, since they have a tradition of doing that. And if they were to do it this season, they would be back-to-back winners of the FA Cup. They also want him to win the Premier League within 2 seasons and win the Champions League within 3 seasons. And then obviously the goals, they want him to defeat Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City at least one time each season as well. And then obviously lowly Girona there. Here's what they are offering. Not much wage, not much transfer budget, but they're offering him a significant stake in the ownership of the club. And all they want him to do is avoid relegation from La Liga, qualify for European football within 3 seasons, and sign 5 top Premier League players. So Luis's agent was waiting to hear back from him, and since he didn't hear back from him, he wanted to kind of coerce him into coming out of retirement. So he sends a text message over to his buddy Mario at the Daily Sun and tells him, hey, Luis is thinking about coming back. I can't tell you all the details, but here's some information. So obviously Mario runs with that information, and he decides that, hey, I think this is on good authority, so I'm going to go ahead and tweet it out that Luis Enrique is coming back, and here are the clubs in contention for his services. So of course that gets into the news cycle, and now we have breaking news that the Daily Sun is reporting that Luis Enrique, the clubs are patiently waiting for him to decide. So a number of clubs and their supporters are hoping and waiting with bated breath that their club will be the one that Luis Enrique chooses. And it goes on to detail that after years of unfulfilled potential, that Arsenal are hoping that Enrique could lead their club to their former glory. And the same thing for Valencia as well. They're hoping that he can come in and kind of be a difference maker. Obviously, Luis Enrique has a lot of experience in La Liga. He won the treble at Barcelona in his final season with that terrific comeback from PSG, and has won other trophies as well. He's coached at Celta de Vigo, but a lot of pundits are saying that he would regret leaving Barcelona, because there's no other club that he could go to and have the same success. Obviously, a club like Girona would have no chance. Valencia aren't really obviously on the level of a Barcelona and a Real Madrid. But Arsenal might be potentially a club where he could go to and make an instant impact and show that it was him and not necessarily the team. So obviously Luis Enrique reads the story in the Daily Sun, and he comes out right away and denies that he has any plans to return. That he is enjoying time with his family. As a matter of fact, as you can see, the news reporter there caught up with him as he was spending some time cycling. So these are the options that Luis Enrique has in terms of his return to managing football. If he decides to come out of retirement, he can go and coach at Valencia in La Liga, where he's familiar, Arsenal, or Girona. So it is up to you guys to make a decision on where Luis Enrique will start his journey. There's a straw poll there at the bottom of the page. Go ahead and choose. Thank you guys so much for watching, and once we have a decision on the club, we will make that next episode. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode. Peace.